friends. Today I wanted to talk to you about making a financial emergency plan just in case, God forbid, anything should ever happen to your job, or if perhaps you were to get sick, or if something were to happen that would rock your financial world. Now, I originally had to come up with a plan like this when I lost my job back in Columbus, Mississippi in 2013. I didn't get to do it with a clear head like you could do now if you were making a financial emergency plan. I had to do it in a panic where I had to figure out exactly how much money it would take for me to just live, pay my rent, utilities, everything like that. In my situation, I had unemployment that I was eligible for since I wasn't fired I wasn't let go due to any fault of my own. In my case, because I wasn't let go due to any fault of my own, I had unemployment, and thankfully it actually covered what I needed to get by on. But there's no way I could keep living the lifestyle that I had been living when I was going from having an actual salary down to unemployment. So I'm telling you this now so that you can have a financial emergency plan in place just in case anything ever goes wrong. It's a peace of mind thing. I have one that's actually saved in my Google Drive with all of my other budgets, and I can pull it up anytime, and it lets me know, there's a number there at the bottom that lets me know the minimum to which I need to basically make it by on a month-to-month basis until I can get myself out of that situation. And it is a huge relief to know that that is all I have to come up with to be able to stay in my home, keep eating, keep my lights on, everything like that. So I'm going to tell you how to make your own financial emergency plan, and I hope you'll make one. Okay, so step one is to bring up your normal monthly budget, make a copy of it, and then go at it with an axe. Anything that is not indelibly necessary to your everyday living and surviving gets to go. All of my sinking funds go in my emergency budget, all of my personal spending and restaurant spending, because if I lose my job or something like that, I am not eating out until I find a new job. And what you're trying to do is come up with a tiny number that will get you through month to month. This is not luxurious living. This is four walls type stuff. This is keeping you in your home, keeping you fed, keeping your lights on, and keeping you minimally clothed. Not like stripper minimally clothed, but having clothes on your back and having internet so you can search for new jobs. And if you can get a budget into place where you only have to come up with a tiny amount to keep you in survival mode until you can find something to get you out of your situation, this will help your peace of mind. I promise. So once you have cut all of your sinking funds, restaurants, any club memberships you have, any subscription things, depending on whether you're on a debt payment journey or not, you may have more things that are available to cut for you. But think luxuries, anything you need to survive stays, anything you don't need to survive goes. Rory's food stays, but other than that, I do nothing in the case of my emergency budget, which is set up for a job loss, really. You do need to keep that in mind if you're making an emergency budget of what situation could come about that I would need to utilize this. In my case, it's pretty much just job loss. If I were sick, it'd be a little bit different, but I'm not sure exactly how I would make a budget to plan for that. I'd probably just have to go with this, but things would be a little different and I would have to do my research at the time. However, I've experienced a job loss before, so I definitely know how to handle that. If you have multiple incomes in your family, then this is going to look just a little bit different. If you can, this will also help you figure out if you can just survive on one person's income or not. And this could be wonderful for you because you might be able to keep a few of the necessities if you can live off of a single spouse's income while the other spouse has undergone a job loss or sickness or is out of commission for whatever reason. But having that plan in place will also let you know that if you're just wondering. Okay. if you, while you are cutting, cut your debt repayment to the minimum or defer. I would like you to set it up both ways. If your number just isn't small enough for you to handle while you're still doing debt repayment and you have student loans, you can actually defer them for a short period of time. It's not highly recommended to do that, but if it's between paying the minimums on your student payment or keeping a house around your head, obviously you're going to keep the house around you. My emergency repayment plan does have minimums for my student loans in. It just has my rent, my food, electrical, and my minimums. However, if it got down to crunch, I would defer my student loans until I got out of the situation that I needed. So once you've done all of that and recalculated how much money you need, this will not be a zero-based budget, obviously. This will just be an accumulation budget where you total up all of the necessary expenses and figure out how much money you will need to survive month to month using this budget. Once you have that, save it on your computer. Don't think of it as something where it's like, my life could get this bad. Think of it as insurance against it. Because if something does happen and you have to utilize this budget, God forbid, you'll at least have done it when you're in a state of clear-headedness. You'll have done it when there isn't any emotion going about it. And a lot of times when something bad happens to us, we can go into a little bit of a state of shock and we don't really know how to process things. You have something that you don't have to think about anymore. You can just say, okay, emergency's happening. This is what I have to do to survive. And that's it. All you have to do is come up with that amount of money. Unemployment may be able to do it. If you can get a little piddly job to get you through this time until better things happen for you. This is absolutely not supposed to be a long-term thing. This is a survival budget. This is just here to keep your head above water. This is your life jacket. Keep your head above water until the rescue boat comes or until you can swim your way to shore. So I sincerely hope none of you ever have to use this, but I do think it's an excellent tool to have in your arsenal. It takes maybe 20-30 minutes to put together for most people, and it really brings a sense of calm. I know that at the end of the day, if my work got sold and somebody crashed in my car and all these horrible things happened in my life, I could still get by because I know this very small number. That's all I need to really live on until I can claw my way out of that horribleness. So tell me what you think below. Do you have one of these? Is there just kind of an emergency plan in your head? Or do you actually have a budget that you can go to? And if you don't, are you going to make one? Just like you have an emergency plan if you have a family to get out of the house or to meet across the street or something, I think this is a good plan for your finances so that you can make it out alive and in the best condition that you can. I will see you all soon. Bye.